Hello and welcome back to another week of Sambo iRacing. We're back in the Dallara IL-15 at the Indy NXT car at the Red Bull Ring. But the good news is, not me behind the wheel, it's Gianni Lutzu. If you don't know who he is, he's a full-time racing driver. He's a full-time driver coach. He's 10.3k iRating, and he is one of the best guys you can speak to out here. So if you want to improve your own skills, check out the link in the description, lutzudriverperformance.com. Right, let's start the hot lap. Right, let's go. So we're smashing it down the main straight. Moving over to left-hand side, looking for just before that 50, braking quite hard, down to third gear, back on the gas, nice and easy, up the hill. Now, I always mention, this is using the full push to pass, as you can in testing. Back over to the left-hand side, again, just after the 100, braking up to about 90%, all the way down to first gear, ignores that apex because he's wanting to get on the gas as soon as possible, exits nice and wide, keeping the speed up, making sure that he's using the full aero package available. Again, over to left-hand side, and it's going to be the 100 board where we're braking down to second gear, cutting that corner, exit nice and wide, get back over to the right-hand side. Now this is the tricky turn where you don't want to go over that green too much. Leave it in third gear, back on the gas. Turn in, and again, only a light dab on the brakes. Up to fourth gear. And then fifth, and then sixth. Back over to left-hand side. Looking for the 50 board, brakes up to about 50%, down to fourth gear, exits nice and wide, little dab on the brakes again, down to third gear, cutting the corner, exit nice and wide, and over and across the line he goes in a 117.6. So yeah, this is using the full push to pass as you can in testing, and we'll do the breakdown next. Right, breakdown lap. So first braking marker is going to be just after the 100 board. So actually that's the 100 board there. You can see the white line by the left-hand tyre, and he's just started to get on the brakes. Goes briefly up to nearly 90% there, wipes that speed off, trails it off down to third gear, getting back on the gas at the apex as you can see. Exits nice and wide. Up the hill, and we're going to be doing the exact same. So getting on the brakes just before the 100, brakes briefly up to just under 90%, wipes all that speed off down to second gear, down to first, and starts getting back on the gas here. So as you can see, he's not getting too concerned with having to hit the exact apex here as we go through turn 3. I don't know why the Race Labs map isn't particularly working, but there we go. Right, and it's going to be just before the 100 board, once again on the left-hand side. So there you go, the 100 nice and close. On the brakes up to 80%. Longest trail off down to second gear, cutting that corner on the inside, getting the right-hand tyre over the green asphalt. And it's very patient on the throttle, as you can see on the telemetry graph there. Right, over to the right-hand side. So you've got to be careful on this one. It's very easy, especially if you are using the driving line, to end up too far out on the right-hand side. But you've got to keep the center of your car over the white and red rumble strip here. So he gets on the brakes, only up to about 45, 50%. Longest trail off, he drops it down to third as he hits the apex here. And again, quite patient on the gas. And again here, you've got to keep the center of your car over the green and white rumble strip this time. And he's going to do a light turn in, light dab on the brakes as soon as he gets to this entrance road. Longest trail off, keeps it in fourth gear. Right, for the final one, again, we're looking for the 50 board. So as we get there, he's braking up to about 50%, down to fourth gear, getting back on the gas at the apex. Exits nice and wide, so you can get as far out as Gianni is here. Now, believe me, if Gianni's this far out, it means if you're an inch to the left of him, it would be an off-track. And we're getting on the brakes roughly here, so halfway along this Austrian flag on the left-hand side. Trails it off, down to third gear, back on the gas at the apex. And over and across the line he goes in a 117.6. Right, we've got one final version coming up next with the driving line on.